Starfish is the world's first scale-out file storage manager to take full advantage of extensible metadata. Yes, we know, for most people it's hard to get excited about metadata, but in this short video we're going to show you how Starfish takes a unique approach that is simple, intuitive, and quite powerful. In other words, Starfish takes the meh out of metadata. If I had to whittle down the product description to just a single sentence, I would tell you that Starfish is the world's most versatile and scalable software framework for managing unstructured data. Okay, that was a bit of a mouthful. It's also a pretty bold claim, but one that is supported by real-world installations in our extensive client base. Starfish has household name clients in just about every industry: energy, semiconductor, healthcare, biotech, pharma, finance, manufacturing, retail, media, entertainment, science, higher ed, etc. The one thing our clients all have in common is that they have a lot of unstructured data. And by a lot, all we mean is that their file storage has grown to the point where it is unmanageable and is causing pain. Our typical client has at least one of these, a big NAS appliance or file server. How big is big? A few hundred terabytes, a few petabytes, sometimes tens of petabytes. The device can be configured as one massive volume with hundreds of millions or even multiple billions of files, or it might be carved up into a number of smaller volumes. The files are created and consumed by some number of users, hundreds, maybe thousands, all knocking out files of different sizes and types, and maybe there are a few power users who generate a disproportionate amount of data. Many of our clients have more than one big NAS, and some have a diversity of storage devices such as HPC file systems, tape or optical archives, and object stores. If the client is using object storage, it's likely that they have more than one object store, each with a multitude of buckets, possibly spread across multiple cloud providers, and chances are they are embracing, or at least trying to embrace, cheap, deep, cold storage in the cloud. In storage environments such as these, we often find HPC clusters with tens of thousands or even millions of cores all cranking out files, as well as GPU farms doing machine learning or AI and churning through massive training and inference data sets. To add to the complexity, our client might just happen to have a radio telescope, a fleet of self-driving cars, maybe some cryo-electron microscopes or some gene sequencers, or some other apparatus that spews out files around the clock. At this level of scale and complexity, conventional enterprise file management applications, and even the tools supplied by the storage vendors, simply don't work. Most of our clients prior to adopting Starfish described their unstructured data management pain as something akin to drowning in data. So for them, Starfish is their lifeline. The Starfish paradigm is simple yet powerful. We combine discovery with execution. You make a discovery and then you do something about it. A fun way to think about it is, if your files could talk, what would they tell you about themselves? And if they could listen, what would you tell them to do? The discovery component of Starfish is a catalog for unstructured data, and oddly enough, we call it the Unstructured Data Catalog, or UDC. It's an index of all of your files and directories recorded in a SQL database. It allows users, devices, and applications to associate metadata with files and directories while tracking the version history of your file system over time. All of this happens outside of the data path. Starfish does not impact performance, nor does it represent a point of failure. Execution is carried out by our scale-out batch processor. You can deploy any number of Starfish agents, which run on either Linux or Windows, to process any size workload in parallel. What can the agents do? Pretty much anything. Copy, move, delete, get put to object stores, calculate checksums, extract metadata, analyze the contents of files, anything. Starfish has built-in functionality for the most common things our clients want to do, but many of our clients also have Starfish call APIs from other applications and execute their own scripts and program code. The combination of metadata-enabled discovery with scale-out execution is incredibly powerful. Huge value can be realized by doing simple operations with surgical granularity and/or at massive scale. For example, moving a single file from NAS to cloud is easy. Anyone can do that. But knowing which files to move among billions, well, that's hard. And that's where it makes all the difference in the world to have a metadata-rich unstructured data catalog. Similarly, restoring a single file from a deep cloud archive is easy, but restoring 10 million files, well, that's hard unless you happen to have a highly parallelized data mover and batch processor. Clearly, Starfish is great for archiving, but what else can you use it for? Again, pretty much anything and everything. Cleaning up the rot, redundant, obsolete, and trivial files. Reporting, trend analysis, aging, consumption. Chargeback, showback, shameback. And quota management. Migrating data between storage devices, even from different vendors. Data protection, backup replication, data integrity checking. Capacity optimization, moving files between tiers, compressing, duplicate file remediation. Compliance, retention disposition, discovering personally identifiable information, export controls, confidentiality, workflows, and integrating storage with other applications. Before we say goodbye, let's do a quick recap why it is that Starfish, a general-purpose unstructured data management solution, can be superior to single-purpose solutions from other vendors. So first, we have a unique way of leveraging metadata. Next, we handle unprecedented scale and diversity. We are version aware, which means that we know about files that no longer exist, and we have historical information about your data. We are agnostic to storage devices. We work on everything. We are highly customizable. And last but not least, we make it easy for your users to participate in storage management. If you'd like to learn more about Starfish, please check out our other explainer and demo videos, or hit our website at www.starfishstorage.com.